Hey guys, Matt Spiner here. Today I thought we would take a look at well, another mythical video. This time, this mythical education video is going to be about mermaids. So hopefully this time I can actually find a website all about facts about mermaids instead of, just going on the entire wiki and just reading the general page. The alien video was just a complete mess, although you know what aliens are. So, yeah, let me read to you what aliens are. In folklore, a mermaid is an aquatic creature with the head and upper body of a female human and the tail of a fish. Mermaids appear in the folklore of many cultures worldwide, including the Near East, Europe, Asia, and Africa. The first stories appeared in ancient Assyria, in which the goddess Atargatis transformed herself into a mermaid out of shame for accidentally killing her human lover. Mermaids are sometimes associated with perilous events such as floods, storms, shipwrecks, and drownings. In other folk traditions, or sometimes within the same tradition, they can be benevolent or beneficent, bestowing boons or falling in love with humans. The male equivalent of the mermaid is the merman, also a familiar figure in folklore and heraldry. Although traditions about and sightings of mermen are less common than those of mermaids, they are genuinely assumed to coexist with their female counterparts. Some of the attributions of mermaids have been influenced by the sirens of Greek mythology. Historical facts of mermaids, such as those reported by Christopher Columbus during his exploration of the Caribbean, may have been inspired by manatees and similar aquatic mammals. While there is no evidence that mermaids exist outside folklore, reports of mermaid sightings continue to the present day, including the 21st century examples from Israel and Zimbabwe. Mermaids have been a popular subject of art and literature in recent countries, such as in Hans Christian Andersen's well-known fairy tale, The Little Mermaid, in 1836, which then later, and a couple of hundred years later, turned into a Disney animated film known as The Little Mermaid in 1989. They have subsequently been depicted in operas, paintings, books, films, and comics. And if we go on the wiki, that right there, that drawing right there is called a mermaid. It was created by John William Waterhouse in 1900. So yeah, that was the artwork. There, here's a better view of it. There. And now I'm gonna look to see if I can educate you guys on some facts again. Alright, I found a website about mermaid facts. So here it is. One of the earliest mermaid legends come from Syria. I now know how to say it, guys. It's Syria. Syria. Say it with me. Syria. There. Much better. God, why couldn't I think of that the first time? God, that's embarrassing. In ancient Syria, 1000 BC, there was a goddess who went by the name of Atargatis. She was a fertility goddess whose cult eventually spread to Greece and Rome and was associated with water, especially lakes and fish. Often depicted in mermaid form, Agathagatus perhaps the original mermaid. Legend has it that she dove into a lake to become a fish, but only her bottom half was transformed, and thus her. Anyway, moving on. A worker just came in, and you already have heard that so many times, so let me continue reading for her. Yeah, there's a Netflix ad going on. Get out of here. The original mermaid wasn't a maid at all. Before anyone dreamed of a mermaid, the merman was front and center. The Babylonian god Onus predates the Syrian mermaid Aregatus by several thousand years. Apparently, he had both a fish and a human body. His human form was beneath his fish form, which allowed him to live along men as well as in the sea. Mermaids are literally women of the sea. In Old English, mer means sea and maid simply meant woman. So therefore, mermaids are women of the sea. And I'm guessing merman are men of the sea. I feel like someone's about to come into the door. I'm gonna pause this right now. I'll see you when it's over. I've got a joke for you all today. What do you call who were the two people that thousands of years ago ended up getting together? A man and a maid. Get it? Merman, mermaid. You understand. Also, yeah, there was no paper. What is up with me? I always say that I'm gonna write on a piece of paper, but it ends up not happening. Why do I always... I'm fine. So yeah, that was my joke, and I want someone to write a story about a maid, like an actual like maid who works for someone, and a man. I'm just getting together. I want someone to write a story. Anyone who sees this video, can you please write that story? Anyway, on to the facts again. So yeah, mermaids are therefore called women of the sea. Following this line of etymological logic, a merman would be a man of the sea. Woman of the sea, man of the sea. Both names make perfect sense and describe their natural habitat without a lot of fuss. Mermaids and mermen are fish-like people who swim through the oceans and the seas. No kidding. No kidding, Captain Obvious. Some societies believe humans are descendants from mermaids. In some of the legends of the Pacific Islands, it is said that human beings are descended from both mermaids and mermens. It seems somewhere back in time, their tails somehow dropped off and people are magically able to walk on land. And a good example of this is the creator god Vati, who I don't know how to pronounce that. Who was usually depicted as being half human and half fish. Aquamarine is made of mermaid tears. Aquamarine is the gemstone of the sea, and it's supposed to be a cherished object for mermaids. In addition to being treasure, people once believed this gemstone came from the tears of mermaids, and it used to be thought that it had the power to protect sailors when they were at sea or when they fell into the water. Anyway, I'm now going to look up the Merman to see what interesting facts you can get off them. Mermen are mythical male equivalents and counterparts of mermaids, legendary creatures who have the form of a male human and from the waist up, and are fish-like from the waist down, having scaly fish tails in places of legs. A merboy is a young merman. I did not know merboys were even a thing. So wait, what would be the young equivalent of a mermaid? Would it be a mergirl? I promise myself I will not say that again. In contrast to mermaids, mermen who are traditionally depicted as unattractive. However, some modern depictions show them handsome. And this right here is another artwork of the merman, and it is a crowned merman right there, and it is by, and who is it by? It is by Arthur Rackham. Okay, good. And now I'm going to look up some facts about Merman. Alright, I found a website called realmermaids.net. Merman in Mermaid's mythology. And there's this right here. There's like this right here. So I'm gonna read it out to you. The reign of Amazon River is a home of a myth of Boto merman, who was responsible for seducing and impregnating many women while being transformed into full human form. Finnish mythology is portraying mermen as powerful and handsome creatures that wield magic and have the ability to cure illnesses, lift curses, and brew potions. They are most often depicted with a beard made from seaweed, and are sometimes capable of causing much destruction if they come too close to human civilization. Glaucus was a man from Greek mythology who one day found a grass with magical properties. After he ate it, he quickly transformed into Merman, who was later inverted by the gods into one of the many Greeks' many sea spirits. So yeah, those were some Merman facts. I hope you learned something new about. So yeah, guys, I'm back after that little break, and I hope you learned something new about mermaids and mermen. And I don't know what the next one will be because I kind of forgot about the list. But yeah, hopefully I can finish all these videos before October 31st, and hopefully next time I can actually get something written down off of this clipboard. Goodbye, everyone. Hope you learned something new.